CyberLife, the company that manufactured me, is conducting a user survey. Would you like to participate?
Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Detroit Become Human. So I just loaded the game. This is what I'm asked. I
Great.
guess.
Let's start. Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human?
Okay, on one hand, how shall I put this? I truly believe we don't choose who we fall in love with, but we choose who we date. So if this were like, would you consider falling in love with an android? Like, that's not, I don't decide that, you know. But would I date an android? Like, for me, it doesn't matter if it looks like a human or not. Like, would I date an android? Would I date a robot? Or an AI? I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind?
Yes.
If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, what would it be?
A book, cell phone, pen and paper, on console and instrument. I had to live. Oh, hold on, let me think. I am to live on a deserted island. What would be useful? This is not useful. I mean, depending on the book. If like, it's not saying if you crashed on a deserted island. Like, if I had to live. So this absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. Or an instrument. Like, what is an instrument? A musical instrument? Like, I'm gonna go with instrument because it doesn't specify.
Do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
Yes. Absolutely.
What technology do you most anticipate?
None. 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 I don't care about any of these. Like, legit none.
Do you believe in God?
No.
Would you let an android take care of your children?
I don't have kids. Like, I don't have kids. I'm trying to think if there's like any mechanism. Because, like, for example, okay, I know that cats or dogs or whatever are not children, but I know they're like these automatic feeders, for example. But it's not like you don't care for the cat at all. Like, would I let a robot take care of my children? Like, so like, I'm gonna say I don't know because it's. I think the question is very ambiguous because children have all sorts of needs, right? So.
How much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device?
I work with computers, and then yeah, more. I work with computers, so that's like 9 hours, and then I play games or watch TV shows. Yeah, recently I've been watching TV shows, actually. So more.
If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree to be operated on by a machine?
If it's an emergency and if I don't get care, I'm dead, absolutely.
Do you think one day machines could develop consciousness?
Machines could develop consciousness. Like, isn't that... Okay, I might... Look, I'm not a native English speaker, so something could be here like lost in translation kind of thing, or maybe I'm just misunderstanding, but isn't... Because, like, the idea of consciousness is what? Like, you can think, right? In artificial intelligence, like more... I'm not talking about AI in games. I'm talking about other types of AI. I mean, maybe that won't be like conscious. Like, I don't know. See, because like this game has this thing of what is fair, and not like what is the best course of action, or I don't know. It's just not objective. One day, machines could develop a consciousness. I must say no, but I could be proven wrong. So I would be very, very, very surprised if it happened. So, because like this is like, do you think it would be possible? I don't think it would. But if the answer was, let's say, hold on, machines could develop. Oh, hold on. So it's themselves. Machine themselves creating, not creating, like having a conscious. So like a human is programming the conscious, like they just develop it. Okay, I think it would be more likely for a human to create a machine with a consciousness than a machine itself by himself creating that. Or rather, the first conscious machine would have to be created by a human, and only then that machine could create others with a consciousness. I hope I'm making sense. So, do I think one day machines could develop consciousness? I just think it's very unlikely for that to happen. Like a conscious... Do I think... I think it's very, very, very unlikely. So I'm not saying impossible, I'm just saying I don't think it will happen. But I'm not saying, oh, absolutely not impossible. I'm not saying that. I just think it's very unlikely to happen. So it's like saying, I don't think I'm gonna die from being hit by a lightning bolt or a strike. Is it possible? Yeah. But I don't think it will happen. It's kind of like what I'm trying to convey. So, like, that's the thing. If this was like, do you think it's possible? I mean, yes, I think it's possible. Do I think it will happen? No, I don't think it will happen. So do I think they could? Like, the question can be interpreted in like, do you think it could happen? So do you think it's possible? Or I could interpret it, do you think it will happen someday? Do you think vending machines could develop consciousness? I'm gonna go yes. I just don't think it's likely. Okay, so I went with don't know. So I'm in the 20%. Okay, I need to answer yes here. It's not because I've played Horizon Zero Dawn, because the reason why that happened was because human. Error. Dumbassness. Without spoiling too much of the story, just in case someone who's watching this hasn't played that game. Horizon Zero Dawn, absolutely recommended. Go play it. I work with machines, as I've said, and previously I was forced, because of my job, to watch a presentation. This presentation took like 30 minutes, and within the first 5 minutes of the presentation, the presenter said, "Robots don't feel bored or get sick." And my stomach just sank. They're trying to fire people and replace them with a robot. A robot apparently designed to interact with people, so with customers. They gave it a human name also. And the idea that they don't get sick or get bored. I may get bored, but I still get my job done. Just like the big majority of people I know. Yeah, they're professional. Like, working is not the funnest thing to do, but I still get my job done. You don't pay me to have fun, you pay me to work. And number two, fuck yeah, machines get sick. That's why I have a job, because machines, just like people, are not perfect. And when something goes wrong, that's when I intervene, which is often. And not only that, but the bank that I'm a customer of, you know, with my bank accounts and shit, whenever I need customer support over the phone, I get a robot talking to me. That robot never understands a thing I said or I say. And the outcome is always, let me get you through an agent. Like an actual customer support representative, like a person that, as we are talking, understands me and can actually help me. So having a robot for customer interactions or people interactions, to me, feels absolutely insane. And even at the grocery store, they replaced so usually what you do is you take fruit and vegetables into these plastic bags, and only when you are about to pay does it get weighed and tagged, labeled with the price. Now people don't do that. People as in cashiers don't do that, or store employees. Each person must do that by themselves at the station. So less and less, let's say the employees are getting less and less tasks and responsibilities, and it's just like, I don't like it. Even stores like vending, like there's actually stores now with these vending machines, and there's not one person inside. or stores to like the laundry service that we saw in this game. That doesn't have an employee. So I think that there's a really big risk of bigger unemployment over the idea that eh, robots don't get sick or bored. Like the way that, I mean, not even the way, this sentence alone made me wanna puke, honestly. Like just made me sick to my fucking stomach. Whew. All right, enough of that. Let's move on. If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, what would it be? I chose an instrument. Most people would choose a cell phone? For a deserted island where you need to try to survive? Holy shit! Holy shit! What the fuck are you gonna do with a cell phone? What, your cell phone is gonna last you for like, what, 3 hours? What the fuck? Like an instrument, I would bring, like, I don't know, like either a sword or a thing to make fire, or a pan so I can collect water as it rains and cook. What the fuck is wrong with people? Do you consider yourself dependent on technology? Yes, absolutely. What technology do you most anticipate? Okay, and they're either androids or brain connected devices. Like, what is brain connected devices? Like, okay, brain connected devices I believe already exist, because I've seen videos of people that can control their computers and or their wheelchairs or some other machines, like with their brain waves. Like, I've seen that. Do you believe in God? No. Okay, majority of people, how can I say actually this? Okay, believers are less than non-believers. Would you let an android take care of your children? Most people say yes. Like, straight up. Like, I don't know. Depends. How much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device? More. Yeah. Like, I think this part of the hours is just ridiculous because we have jobs. And most jobs require using technology. So the 4 hours thing just doesn't make sense as a realistic answer, let's say. If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree? Yes, of course. Like, it's an emergency. You either get it or you die. So might as well at least try to survive. You think one day machines could develop? This one was the hardest to answer, but I guess I'm with the majority here.
Already back?
Yeah.
That was a short break, but I'm glad to see you again.
Ah, thank you. Alright, thank you so much, dude. Well, I'm just gonna I'm gonna take this as an episode just for me to answer the survey. Hopefully that was somewhat enjoyable to watch me just struggle to come up with answers for that thing. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.